Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for Basketball Wives Orlando Season 1, Episode 3. I am sorry I am late, y'all. I told y'all in my community tab, life has been lifing, okay? I don't know what's going on, but life is turning me every way but loose. Okay. But I couldn't go all week without giving y'all my review. So thank you for being patient with your girl. Better late than never. And I will say, we almost at 3,000 subs. So thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't already, please join the community, join the family. I promise you'll love it here. But most of the people that watch my videos are not even subscribers. Like, subscribers, I need y'all to watch. Non-subscribers, I need y'all to subscribe. Watch the video all the way through. Check out my other content. It's truly appreciated here, okay? Let's not waste no more time. Let's just go ahead and get into it, all right? So, we started off with Neek and Mulan, but baby, wasn't nothing going on. Moving on. Megan is dating a tattoo artist. And she told him she wants him to move to Orlando. I forgot his name. Is it gonna matter? Will he be here next year? If he's here next year, I'll write down his name, okay? He said, I can't move to Orlando. I got kids. And I don't know how many kids he got. But he ain't moving for you, girl. Okay? And we all know ain't nobody on this Orlando cast actually living in Orlando. Y'all are in Airbnbs while filming. Anyway, she said she's ready to have a baby. I guess wanting to be a wife is just like, who cares? I know everybody don't want to be, but does anybody want to be? Because it's basketball. Why? Okay, never mind. And she like, yeah, I'm ready to have a baby. And she's like, you're not? And he was like, well, yeah, but I want you to be family oriented. First of all, what you mean you're not? Child, he already got kids. You the one that don't got no kids. But that's neither here nor there. He's concerned about her not being close to her family, and most specifically her mother. But the way he made it, like he was holding her feet to the fire, like he was placing blame on her. Like, it's not her fault. Why aren't we holding her mother accountable? And just because y'all are related by blood, everybody don't get along with their family. Shouldn't make nobody feel bad about the fact that they don't have a close relationship with their family. She said her mother didn't even raise her. So why are we acting like, well, if you ain't gonna be close to your mama, then I don't want to have no baby. That don't have nothing to do with what type of mother she'll be. Just say you don't want no more children. Okay, you already got 2 children, 3 children, 4, however many children he got. So she was like, oh, here, look at this pregnancy test. And he like, oh my gosh, what? It said not pregnant. So obviously she peed on the stick for it to have a result. His nasty self gonna take that pee stick, and she's like, oh, if you let me, I'll do it. Something he joking, he's gonna put it in the drink and just waste the drink because he ain't pay for it. No. He really, like, when she turned around, because he put in her drink, and she's like, oh, I'm not drinking that. He really drunk it. Like, girl, this who you want to be your baby daddy? Ew. Yuck. What that's what my 2-year-old say. Yuck. Moving on. Mulan and Mackenzie went to meet at an empty restaurant and talk about Rashad. That's Danielle's ex-fiance, honey. Don't you call that man her baby daddy. He is her ex-fiance. Don't get it twisted. And Mackenzie is being real delulu. Delulu. Okay. Apparently he denied being with her. And she like, well, I understand why he denied it because Danny is crazy. She makes his life hell. Girl. Now you, because you just went through this yourself and you was Danielle in your situation. You out of all people should know better. I mean, baby, the flag is on fire. It has flames. But all right. Danny is obviously hurt. I get that because Danielle was like, it's only been 3 months. Are you already moving on? I know it hurt. Every time I see her, baby, I know. And you got 2 kids. I know it hurt. But that man don't want to be there. And you got to start letting him go. He's moving on. Don't let him make you go from fiance to side piece. Please don't. Please get your dignity up off the floor. So Ashley talks about she gives a little backstory with her husband, Tony. She met him at Jimmy Butler's barbecue. How she get an invite to the barbecue and how can I be down? Okay, I'll catch me a little flight to Orlando. Okay. She said she lost her dad. I think it was in 2018 or in the 20s. The next year she lost her mom, and they lost their son at 20 weeks. I went into early labor with my firstborn. If you've been here for a while, I've shared this before. With my very, very firstborn child at 20 weeks. And it was a whole thing. I went into labor, gave birth. He was born alive. He lived for a few minutes. They wouldn't save him. Very traumatic. Wouldn't wish that on nobody. So the fact that she went through that and they tried to conceive after that and couldn't is heavy. I would not wish that on. No matter how you feel about Ashley, that's a lot to go through. Because not only did she go through that, but she lost both of her parents. And that's, oof. In like a year's time. That's a lot. And I'm glad that she has a supportive husband that was there for her. Because I know when I went through the loss of my firstborn son, I went through that alone. I couldn't imagine not having at least my parents to call or anything. Like, that's a lot. But anyway, ain't about me. So they had their two sons, their rainbow babies via surrogate. And their oldest son is autistic. He's a diagnosed. Their youngest, she said that he's showing signs of autism. And come to find out, Tony was diagnosed with autism in his 30s. And I'm like, dang, how did it go this far before you got diagnosed? I'm glad she's serious about it. She's looking into it. And see, a lot of people feel like, well, they got money, they got the resources. I wish that they would have shown like ways and resources for people who don't have millions of dollars or whatever to find out about their children. People are afraid to find this information out and don't know next steps. But I'm glad she's not taking this lightly, and she's willing to do everything she can about it. She got the kids in swim. She said she wants them to learn the second language. Tony, like, slow down. They got to learn the first language first. But they can learn the first language, the second language, all that. I remember Tony Braxton's son. He fully functioning. He a model, everything. So a lot of people who y'all probably worked with them, sit next to them in your cubicle, and probably got this going on, okay? But moving forward, Neek is having a girls' day. She discusses her boyfriend, and she's like, yeah, he's been with me. He's supporting me. Basically, he handling things. He's the provider around there, okay? But she but how me creating content, YouTube, this is how I get my money. This is how I get my coin and keep myself busy. Now, y'all told me that Neek, she been an it girl, and she's a YouTube OG. I never heard of her till this show. I've never heard of her before. But apparently she been making content prior to even getting with him. And I did a little research. Her and her ex-boyfriend / her son's father, her son's biological father, they had a whole YouTube channel that's still out and got like thousands or whatever, however many subscribers. So yeah. And she got the most Instagram followers out of all the ladies. So she's definitely a content creator. But she's been doing this. Girl, don't be downplaying what you got going on for that man. For a boyfriend at that? Child, please. But good for her. And I'm like, they like, she a YouTuber, OG. I'm like, OG? Child, I'm like, how old is she? We'll get into that later. So Megan and Danielle are getting their hair and makeup done. And of course, discussing Mackenzie, because what else? And there's a whole lot of seeing people getting their makeup done. Like, since when have we seen all this behind the scenes? I don't want somebody getting their makeup done, but whatever. So Megan feels that Mackenzie is lonely because her baby daddy moved on. And Danny was like, well, how can you be lonely with 2 kids? Girl, ask yourself. Okay? You would know about it, wouldn't you? Just because you got 2 kids, this is a different type of relationship. This ain't no parenting relationship. She wants companionship. It's completely different than just having 2 children running around wearing you thin and making you tired. Okay? It's not the same. And you know that. So, it's time for ladies' night / content day for Neek, because that's really what this is about. She need content. Neek, because the ladies are slowly coming in, and Neek was like, Nikki is body goals. She wants to be like her when she gets older. Me and Nikki, like, we the same age. So I'm like, older? So then I looked it up. I'm like, how old is Neek? They look like they about the same age. They probably went to high school together. Child, Neek only 24. I wouldn't have guessed. Anyway, so all the ladies arrive and they start playing Never Have I Ever. Ashley said she and Morgan, somebody said something about using people for fake friendship. I don't know, something. And Ashley was like, her and Morgan was never real friends. They was only friends in the basketball world. And Morgan was like, girl, whatever, she lied. It kind of sounded like she was telling the truth if you ask me. But then I also feel like, because she mentioned Morgan came to her wedding, if y'all only like friends in the basketball world, then why did you invite this girl that you really ain't friends with to your wedding? I don't know. Morgan said she got the receipts. Where are they? Without them, girl, it's my word against yours, honey. So, um, someone said, "Never have I ever been a side chick." And they was looking at Mackenzie. Mackenzie said in her confessional, like, well, there was no main chick. There has to be a main chick for there to be a side. There's no main. And Danielle, we got to stop calling this lady a side chick. You ain't with him, girl. Anywho, they threw shade at Ashley's hair. Can I be honest? I didn't really like the faux locks either. Okay. So Megan meets with her younger brother, who was raised by their mom. She hasn't spoken to him in a few years because their careers took different paths. When she said this, I said, "Girl, what are you talking about? Careers?" Okay. So Megan said she told her brother that she and her boyfriend are trying for a baby. I didn't hear him say he was trying for anything, but I guess I didn't hear right. Okay, I don't know what he's telling her behind the scenes. I don't know. She said her mother's a narcissist. Her brother's like, well, you need to take the high road. And she's like, why do I have to take the high road? She's the parent. And I agree. Like, even though she's grown, she's the child in the situation. So why does she have to take the high road? But sometimes, if you want it depends. Do you want the relationship? It don't seem like she cares about the relationship, if you ask me. So Mulan, Nikki, and BBLs arrive at the nail salon. They're getting pedicures. Nikki mentions being tall. She's like, I got to push this chair back, honey. I got all these legs. Okay, shout out to Team Tall. Y'all know I'm a fellow Team Tall member myself. Okay, if you don't know, now you know. So they all said they felt uncomfortable at girls' night. It felt like it was some bullying going on. For me personally, it was a little bit childish, and it felt like a little bit of mean girl energy, in my opinion. Megan was actually the one who wrote the note about Ashley's hair. Speaking of Ashley, that hair was short lived because we see her going to the appointment to get her son checked on, and he's getting tested. She like, yeah, yesterday was a lie, but it don't matter because today my son getting tested, and her hair was back to normal. And I'm like, ain't no way you said that yesterday you was sitting there for 7 hours, and today you in here, your hair is just straight. What order did y'all film these scenes? What happened to the faux locks? But they were doing a testing on her son, so I hope all is well with that. Mulan and Danielle play basketball. Danielle wants to get back into playing because she said she was a star in her own right, and she basically lost herself being a basketball fiance. Good. I think she should do anything she can to get her mind off of this man. Okay? Then I don't know. I don't know if I missed something, but Nikki was telling Morgan that there was mention about them being mean girls, which they is giving that a little bit. Morgan thinks that Mulan is the one that said it. She thinks she's the one that's a mean girl. But Nikki, girl, you was in agreement. Like, how you gonna tell that? Like, you wasn't in on it. Like, girl, you said you thought they was being little bullies too. Of course, Morgan's offended, so we'll get more into that later. But that was the end of the episode. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it. Drop down in the comments. Check out my other content. Please subscribe. It's a growing channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.